Hello everybody, this is Sandy the Sunroom Stitcher. I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation from the world. That's why you haven't heard from me since June 2nd or 3rd or whatever it is. But I've just sort of like folded myself into my home and into my stitching, into my husband, into my dogs. And I've been just really enjoying my vacation. In my prescription sunglasses even. Don't you love them? I love my sunglasses. I've never had prescription sunglasses in my whole life. So these are pink with the rose gold lenses, and I got them at Zenny online. I also had gotten a new pair of glasses, which I've never really gotten used to. I figured if I wore these enough outside that I'd finally get used to my new eyeglasses. I got my ears re-pierced and I'm so excited about that. September 2nd I can take them out, and I'm making a mess here. But I got my ears pierced at Claire's. It's not cheap anymore. But I bought myself, I've got like 6 pairs of different kinds of fun earrings to wear when I can change my earrings. I got my hair cut, and my hair's grown quite a bit. But, you know, I've been using that mane and tail shampoo, and it really, I don't know if it's my imagination, but my hair does seem to be thicker than it was, because it got pitifully thin. So anyways, I've been enjoying my summer. I've not been posting on Facebook or Instagram or any of those. I haven't been doing FlossTube videos. My days are spent cooking, baking, watching the birds, letting the dogs in or out, stitching, doing Sudokus, reading, just enjoying my home and my husband and my dogs. But I thought I'd come on here. Some of this might be a recap for you. And let me take these off because they're so cute, they're distracting. And let me share with you some things. I think I may have shared with you that I finished Gloria. And I don't have the particulars on it. If you're interested in the particulars, just say something in the comments and I'll give you the particulars. And it's really hard to see that this is as sparkly can be. But this is Gloria. It's Patricia Andrelé or Illuminated, I've forgotten. Elizabeth Foster's mom is the designer. But it's got gold beads on it. It's got, in every full cross stitch there is a blending filament. And it's stunning. And I love it. And it's on one of the white opalescent 28 count. But it is stunning. I love it. I love it. I love it. And one of these days I'm going to have it framed, and I'm going to have it put it up on my wall. What I love the most about it is the style of lettering. It looks like manuscript writing to me, and it's a medieval feel to it, and I love it. And I have noticed a theme in my stitching, and it all, for the most part, is like spiritual, God. And what a wonderful gift that is when you have God in your life. I bought myself this metal PlayStation. I actually was going to use it to put my KitchenAid on the top, but when I got it, I'm afraid the KitchenAid is way too heavy for the top shelf, and that since this is made in China, we all know about China and their stuff. But anyway, so I put my my cross stitching in it. I used to have a plastic one, but it was not sturdy. The wheels broke off of it. This hopefully will work, and I can haul it into the bedroom when I'm, or the front room when I'm watching the Chiefs play. And they played on Saturday, and they'll play again this Saturday. So I can sit in the front room and I can watch my game on TV, and I can stitch, and I can have everything I need right there. So I'm really excited about it. And what I'm currently working on is something that I had started. It was one of these Berkeley thread kits, which I despise. They charge you a premium price, and the kits are crap. The thread is crap. I think the fabric is crap. The charts are crap. But I absolutely love the Cardinal Festive Feathers. So as I was stitching this, the thread was constantly knotting. And it wasn't just me that had this problem, because my best friend Leslie was stitching it with me, and she was having the same problem. And it didn't matter what you did to your thread, it would not. You could dangle your thread. I put thread conditioner on it. You'd untangle the thread and you'd go to take a stitch and it would knot up on you on that very first stitch. That just awful. So my dear friend Leslie found out that Vicki Clayton's hand-dyed silks are still for sale, just not at the old site that they used to be, and I was just thrilled. So what I did was I compared the threads that came in the kit to my DMC and substituted DMC numbers. Then I went to the Vicki Clayton site and I ordered, according to her, what the DMC substitution was. When I ordered the silks, and the silks are so gorgeous. But when I did finally get them, half of them weren't acceptable substitutions for me. For me only. It had nothing to do with the silks. It was all me. I just didn't think that they were the right substitutions. So I pulled the DMC colors for that. And I am stitching Festive Feathers on a Crystal Twilight. Picture This Plus 28 count Lugana. And it is 10 of them are DMC colors, 10 of them are Vicki Clayton. But this is the head up here. So I am working on that, and I am enjoying that very, very much. It was a beast because I had quite a bit of the body stitched, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Leslie went ahead and finished hers up. But I absolutely love the Vicki Clayton silks. They come on these lovely spools, and they come in 8.7 yards, which is the same as a skein of DMC. And I've forgotten, they're around, I think they're around $3 a skein, which is a lot cheaper than most of the silks out there. And I love the shine on them. They have a sheen to them that's just gorgeous. So cardinals remind me of my brother Rick, who died in 2014. And so I think that this will be a sofa cushion when I get done. But anyways, I'm loving stitching on it. Yeah, I just love it. And I love the color. I love the fabric. I tried to do the splotched fabric on with some Rit dye, and I wasn't really pleased with the results. I like the splotched effect on the Ada that comes in the kit, but then I decided I'm going to do it on this because Twilight. It reminds me in the twilight, in the morning and in the evening as it's getting dark, the cardinals are like always at our feeders. So, and we have a lot of cardinals. Gorgeous cardinals. We have one male cardinal that's just amazing. And he is losing his feathers. He's molting for the year. But anyways, this is what I'm working on now. And it shall look lovely when it's done. And yes, I am going to stitch the branch with the holly berries and holly leaves. So that is my current project. I also was working on one, and I don't have the pattern here, I don't think. Yeah, I do. Here it is. I've stitched this before, and I stitched it 2 years ago. Noel, and this is Maurice Dupont, Les Grilles de Maurice, 2014, and it's a free design. It's called Noel 2014 Medallion, and I'm actually stitching this on a very light blue linen, and it is with a Vicky Clayton silk called Ice Dragon. And I looked and I did not see that she was still making that. But anyways, this is for my best friend. So I was working on that, and then I picked up the Festive Feathers and started working on Festive Feathers. So this is one that's in the works. I also have been stitching on the monthlies by Palco Lap. And you'll have to forgive me, these aren't ironed. This is the April I stitched. I think I may have showed this before. This is May. Wait. No, this is June. This is July. And this is May, which continues to be my favorite. And I've actually been using pieces of fabric that I have in my stash and overdyes or silks, whatever color fits my fancy for that. I've been trying to, for instance, in April, I thought April showers, so I was looking for blues. In May, I'm thinking of flowers, so I've got green and pink. Pink is my favorite. You'd never know pink was my favorite color. Then I've got June, which is, I thought of lilacs. And so it's a lilac color, and then with the little tiny yellow centers is the name June. And July is like it's not a bright, but a sort of a, what's the name I'm thinking of? Sort of a heirloom. No, not really heirloom, but a darker, like a maroon and a dark blue. And then there is a ecru colored overdyed in there too. So I like that. Now, the one for August I haven't started. But when I think of August, I think hot, hot, hot. So these were the colors that I picked out. They're this is a dye pot, or this is an overdyed, and I do not know who the darker one is by. The other is dye pot, which I believe is from New Zealand, and then sort of a tangerine color fabric. And I don't think I've written on this anything. Those were the colors that I had picked. So anyways, those have been fun, and Palco Lab has a lot of freebies on the website. It's not an American site. It's a blog. Don't know if it's Polish or what it is, but anyway, so that's the other thing I've been working on. Oh, and I wanted to make pillows out of the monthlies, and I had purchased fat quarters on 123. Green, blue. This one is called Sunny. This one's called Sunny Watercolor. And then there's a reddish one that's nice. And this one is like oranges and golds in it. Really cool. This one is Big Sur Watercolor. So it's like an oceany colored blue. And then I just like this because it reminded me of vintage. And this one is Floral Yellow. But the nice thing about these fat quarters on 123, they're pre-cut for you. They're pre-cut, but they're really rather reasonable. I think I paid like $2.25 for a fat quarter. She does have some nice fabric on 123, so please go over there and look. So that's that, and that, and that. So here, some Valdani. Oh, and a pattern I got. I have been spending money. Not a great deal of money. I did a lot more, not as much money as I used to. Let's put it like that. My little thingy here, my little cart. I had a gift certificate, and they had this marked down to, it was around $32. Or $32 or $33 on Walmart.com. So anyway, but trying to think what else is going on. I'd been going through my cross-country stitching magazines because there's an autumn one that I want to stitch, autumn sampler, and what else? Basically, I've just been whatever my heart desires. I don't have a plan. Just whatever lovely notion hits my brain is what I do. And I am watching like Blue Bloods on streaming. It's the second time I've gone through that. I love that series. What's his name? Tom Selleck. Oh, I remember him from his the first series when he was new. When he was a new actor. Oh, and I can't remember then. My brain just isn't thinking of. Can't remember anything, which is crazy. So I guess it's the things that really aren't that important. Names are one thing, and it was funny because when we moved up here from Texas when I was 17. For a few months we lived with my grandparents in Raytown, and then my mom got an apartment at the Section 8 housing here in Lee Summit, and we lived there for several years. I did, anyways, probably until I was 20. So for about 3 years, I couldn't remember the name of it, and it's changed several times since then because that was 1975. February 1st, 1975, we moved there. And I couldn't remember the name of it to save my soul. Couldn't. I finally remembered it. I wrote it down. But anyway. But life has been good. Nothing really spectacular. I mean, no ups. Growing up in the house that I grew up in, it seemed that relationship between a man and a woman were either at the highs of ecstasy or the lows of despair. Those were the two. But in reality, I've learned that true relationships are in between that. That's what most of your relationships are. But I had a warped notion that if you weren't fighting or you weren't loving, then it wasn't a relationship. And with my husband, everything is in the middle there. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to be comfortable, and it's nice to be content, and it's nice when I'm in that place, because then my mind isn't going at 1,000,000 miles an hour trying to figure out whether to hide under the bed or in the closet. Learned a lot about myself, and thankfully to my best friend Leslie, who I mention all the time. Her childhood was much more traumatic in a different way than mine was, and so it's nice to have her to talk to. But anyway, so if you wonder what's going on with me, I am just living day to day, not making any plans, knowing when I get up in the morning what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch, and if I feel like doing laundry that day, I'll do laundry. If I feel like cooking that day, I'll cook. If I feel like taking the trash out to the trash can, I do that. But I don't try not to plan my days at all. The only plan I have each day is to take my dogs outside to go to the bathroom. And that song, who let the dogs out? Me. It's me who lets the dogs in and out. And God is good. He has saved me. He understands me. I'm still not perfect. I'm working on it. I'm always working on it. So with that, I'm going to say I don't know when I'm going to make another video, but do know that I am doing well. I am doing better than I've ever done in my whole life. And I have made a mess of my happy room, but really it's not that big of a deal. I just need to clean off the sofa, the love seat, and there's a couple of things that need to go out in the garage. And as the weather turns and I cozy up more in here, I will be getting that all under control. So anyways, I am going to say that I love you all very much, and I hope that your lives are blessed with God's abundance, and just surround yourself with the things that you love. That's it. And all the rest of the stuff, let the other people run around like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off. But I know what direction my life is going in, and I know what I need to do. I need to serve the Lord first. And if I serve the Lord first and I take care of all those things, all the things, that He will take care of me, and He certainly has. I go to bed each night with food in my stomach, in a comfortable warm bed or cool bed in the summer. I have my Diet Pepsi. I have my wonderful husband that I love to listen to him snore, and it helps put me to sleep. It's just a light snore. It's not one that, that sucks the wallpaper off the walls. And I have my dogs. I have my mom and my brother and sister, and I have my best friend, and I have the birds outside, and I have one lovely neighbor, and that's all I need. If you want to share with me what you need in your life, please do. I'm always just Sandy Joe in my lilac thicket with my lilac colored top and my perfectly pink prescription sunglasses. So I love you, and